What's up YouTube? For tonight I have a full theme team of trees. Now I haven't done a couple of theme teams for a while, it's been a couple of days, so I thought I'd get some going. So I sat on Passerby Wi-Fi for ages, and this was probably the best battle that I got. I think this could have been someone on my friends list too. So if this was you, so I added a whole bunch of people after the giveaway for the Shaman. So I'm pretty sure this was someone on my friends list, but they didn't come up. I don't know, for some reason it didn't come up as a friend, it came up as an acquaintance, so I'm not really sure. Anyways, if you've got a theme team you'd like me to do, leave it in the comment section below. I will definitely do the winner, and I know there's a whole bunch I've still got to do, so I know, just chill. Right, so I had my Sudowoodo as a lead, and I've got a Greninja lead, which I've never seen in my life. Now, we have a Hydro Pump here. I've got Sturdy, so I wasn't really worried about whatever was going to throw at me, except an Ice Beam, because we all know that would have freeze hacks me. So, I live with my Sturdy. Obviously, I just went for Stone Edge here, because that's my best and hardest attack I can actually do. And Stone Edge hits, which is awesome. Greninja's got a Life Orb there. I'm Choice Banded, so that was going to always take that out. It hits pretty damn hard with the Choice Band. Okay, so Arcanine's going to come in. I was very worried about this Pokemon, and it was very, very funny what actually happened. So I'm predicting a extreme speed here, so I thought, well, let's go on to Ant first, and let's see if he actually has the extreme speed, or I predicted wrong. I predicted right, so that's good. I'm thinking, obviously, here it's going to be some sort of fire move, probably Flare Blitz, so I didn't, like I said, I had a full tree team, and I had, like, absolutely nothing to swap into. So Torterra is my most defensive Pokemon on this team, and it's got Fire Fang. I'm like, oh, okay, I can deal with that with Torterra. Max health, max defense with the lefties. I tanked that out very, very nicely. Okay, so they're going to withdraw their Arcanine there. I just went for a Leech Seed here, and Kyurem is going to come in. Now, this thing is going to like Shrek me because I'm defensive and I'm 4 times weak to this. So I get the seeds up, that's pretty good. That's a good result there for the start. Okay, now a couple of these Pokemon are my original Pokemon that I used all the way from like X and Y. So my Torterra is, my Sudowoodo is, like 4 of these Pokemon. So it was really nice to bring out those old Pokemon then and use them because they're bloody awesome. Okay, so I've got Protect and Leech Seed. I might as well get another round of that on Kyurem. He's going to Ice Beam me, obviously there. That was always going to happen. So I'm thinking, what am I going to swap into? So I'm thinking, well, I've got a Bulbasaur to swap into. Now, with this tree team, I had a couple of other Pokemon that I wanted to do. I had most of them, but I couldn't really decide a set for the Sceptile. So I left that out and added a different one that was still in the tree range theme. So you'll see that in a sec. Okay, so I've got a Bulbasaur here. Now, this is actually a Salt-Vested Bulbasaur. This Ice Beam, though, hits still pretty reasonably hard there. If I didn't have a Salt Vest, that would have really, really hurt. I've got the Leech Seed there, extra little bit of health back. Now, I was going to go for... I was thinking, what should I do? Let's go for Earthquake against this thing. I avoid the Focus Mist. Now, that probably most definitely wouldn't have taken me out. I'd say, even with the Salt Vest, I don't think I would have lived that one. So I've got the Leech Seed going there, and that was some fair damage there. I didn't want to use Wood Hammer because of the recoil. Then again, I probably should have used it anyway. It doesn't really matter. So I shot here, and it fucking doesn't kill. It lives by like a little tiny bit there. It's going to Draco Meteor me. Now, I knew this would do a lot of damage, but since it's not super effective, and I had the Assault Vest, I thought that I could just live it, which I did, and it was a crit. I mean, yeah, if that wasn't a crit, that would have done like nothing. So I've had the Leech Seed here, and that's going to take the Kyurem out. So good result so far. I've got 2 Pokemon down with this team, so things are going really, really good. Now, I was thinking, I'd say that Arcanine's going to probably come in and finish me off, but Gengar comes out instead, so I'm like, okay, cool, Ice Shot, I can get some more damage on that. It wasn't much, but it was better than nothing, I'd say. Gengar's just going to use Sludge Bomb there and take me out. Okay, that's all good though. Bulbasaur did really sweet there. I actually used Soundproof because I didn't want to use Snow Warding to wreck my team. That wouldn't have been no good. Okay, so I'm going to bring in Sudowoodo. I'm going to Sucker Punch here. They're probably awake to that move because, why would I swap my Sudowoodo in anyway? So out comes the Aerodactyl. I'm like, damn. I was going to go for the Ice Punch, predicting that, but I didn't want Arcanine to come in. It was a risky play there, but I went for what I thought was the right thing, and it just didn't turn out there. But that's how it is. That's how it is sometimes. Okay, so Aerodactyl's going to Mega Evolve, and I was also very, very scared of this thing because I know it's got Stab Flying, the Tough Claws, and yep, it Earthquake there. So that was a good, that was good. It sells at the Stealth Rock, so bye-bye Sudowoodo pretty much. That's kind of how it is. I got the Leech Seeds on Tropius as well. Now I had 3 fucking Harvest Pokemon in this team. I had Tropius, I had my Trevenant, and what was my other one? I had Executor instead as well. So I had all those ones. Instead of Snova, I had a Bomber Snow, and I took out Sceptile for Tropius. But I wasn't happy with the sets that suited this team, so I did them instead. Plus, I get to use my Tropius. Haven't used him in a theme team battle for Yonks or a normal battle. Okay, so Aero Ice is going to hit me fairly hard, but I'm very, very defensive there. I've got my Citrus Berry, so Aerodactyl is going to have to find it very hard to actually break through me. Aero Ice doesn't have a lot of base power either, so it's going to be very, very much struggling to take me out there. So I've got Roost, and there's no way it's going to be able to break through, save a crit there. So I've got the leech set up on this thing. I was thinking here, well, they're probably going to swap here because there's nothing. You know, do they have maybe an ice type move? That was the only thing I was worrying about. So I decided to just take a really big risk here and go for the leech set again for the second time. That's what I was thinking there would be this best play. Excuse me. Okay, now this Arcanine was a freaking troll. You watch this shit. How is this for bad luck? So, Arcanine comes in and Fire Fangs me, obviously. I was like, okay, well, I take that pretty well. That's pretty nice. And I get flinched. So I'm like, okay, that's fairly unlucky getting flinched by Fire Fang. That's not a very high chance there. So I get a little bit of lefties. Leech Seed there, back from my Tropius. It Fire Fangs me again here, so I know I'm going to be in the range of my Citrus Berry and eat that one, so that's cool. That's fine. I can still easily live the next hit and roost up, I guess, or do some damage. I get flinched for a second time in a row, Fire Fang. I'm like, wow, that's a tiny little chance of that happening. Okay, that's not all. The fun keeps going on. So I'm thinking, wow, what should I do here? I need to get some freaking damage on this thing. So I just went for Air Slash. Arcanine's going to go for the Fire Fang for the third time here. Super effective. It burns me. Not only it burns me, I've got the Citrus Berry here. I get my health back. So I'm like, oh my god, I've got 3 flinches and a burn. Air Slash fucking misses! Come on! That's like 4 bad luck in a row. Oh man, that is so unlucky. Like, what are the chances of that? So, two flinches, a burn on Fire Fang, and a miss with Air Slash. Solid. Okay, so it's going to use the Fire Fang again. I just hang on there. I just want to get rid of this Arcanine. It's really pissing me off. And it just doesn't really do enough damage here. Obviously, Tropius it's got no special attack in it. It's just purely defensively based. Okay, so I'm still trying to figure out what I should do. I was like, okay, I can harvest my Citrus Berry there, and I should still be able to take this guy out, unless he gets a crit with a Fire Fang or anything, which I've already had a really, really bad run of luck. I don't want it to happen again. Okay, so we got the Gengar coming out here. I went for Air Slash again. I thought, well, he probably expected me to go for Roost or something. Wasn't sure if I had Morning Sun either, so I went for the Roost myself. Sorry, I went for the Air Slash myself. Because I critted the Gengar, which was nice. It didn't quite take it out, but that was a good result there. I had Life Orb before, if you saw that. So it's not going to be sticking around for too much longer. Okay, I just went for a Protect here, because I want to protect and get my Citrus Berry back from my harvest. Now, when you're not in the sun, excuse me, if you're not in the sun, it's only a 50% chance, as you probably know. So I was trying, I was hoping, but I didn't get it back, and there was nothing I really wanted to swap into, so I had to let Tropius go there and get a little bit of Life Orb damage. Okay, so it's got a tiny little bit left. Now I was like, if only there was no Stealth Rocks on the field, because I could have easily taken that Gengar out there. I just swapped it anyway. I probably could have saved that for fodder for something, but whatever. Okay, now this was pretty cool. So I've got my specially defensive Trevenant here. Yes, specially defensive. Okay, mind you, this is max health, max special defense. Look how much that Shadow Ball did. I barely live. It was like, wow. So I was thinking, well, I could go for the rest of this turn and maybe activate my Ganlon Berry, and it worked perfectly. So not only did I get a Ganlon Berry boost there, I was able to get the rest off and all my health back, which is nice. So the idea with this set is to boost it up, that Ganlon Berry, over and over again, just get very, very bulky. Harvest that right away, which is great here. Okay, so he's only got 3 Pokemon left. So we've got the Arcanine coming out again, expecting, well, the Fire Fang or something. Imagine if it was holding a King's Rock, how pissed I would be. Okay, so there's some fair damage from me, but that Ganlon Berry really did save me, like that extra +1 there. I've got nothing in defense, so I go for the rest, Sleep Talk there, and I got Horn Leech, which is great, because that should be enough to take it out and give me a little bit of life back, taking that Arcanine out, which is great. We are, actually, sorry, I'm up 3-2 at this point in the game. So the main issue here I was worried about was the Mega Aerodactyl. Okay, so I obviously had nothing to check this because it was super effective against all my Pokemon, bar Sudowoodo, but which is already KO'd. Okay, so that's Trevenant down. So what I had left here was my Torterra, and I had my Executor left. Now I knew Torterra could probably tank out this because I'd seen the damage against Tropius with it earlier on in the battle, if you remember. Okay, so that's a fair whack of damage to my Torterra there. I'm able to get the Leech Seed up there, which is good. So that's going to turn it into probably a 3-hit KO after the lefties and Leech Seed, and I can go Protect another turn. I could go Synesis. I could stall this thing out to the hills as long as it didn't critical hit me. I was pretty right there. Now this is my Sand Tomb Leech Seed Torterra combo, which I've used a lot of times in the past. It's very, very tanky and works very, very well in the right situations. Okay, out comes Rivero. Now, I was really worried about this because I was like, okay, why would you swap this in? Okay, it's got to have Ice Punch or something like that. So I did. I actually predicted very nicely there because I knew the Aerodactyl wouldn't stay in there. So I got an extra, I got that free round of Leech Seed, which was very, very nice. So I can go Protect the next turn and whatnot. Even if they swap into Aerodactyl again, that's fine. I could easily heal up with Synesis and just get all my health back again, which is good. Okay, this is going to go for Crunch. I wasn't expecting that, so I was thinking, well, okay, maybe it's trying to lower my defense with Crunch. That would be really, really bad if that happens. I Sand Tomb it anyway, so it's stuck in there. It traps you in, and it's got the Leech Seed going, and I've got all the healing in the world, which makes Torterra very, very hard to take out on the physical side. On a special side, it's very, very average. But that's how I kind of built this team around there. Okay, I was just hoping that it didn't have Ice Punch. Then again, it would have used Ice Punch by now already. Okay, so I got most of my health back. Now, I was thinking, what am I going to do against that? What are my plans for that Aerodactyl? I'll need to use a Leech Seed, and so I'll have to take an Aero Ace. Then I'm going to use a Leech Seed, and then I'm going to die. So I'm going to have to think about something there. I've got my Executor left. It's very, very bulky in defense, and it's a half a set as well. So that was my backup there. Alright, so I was thinking, well, what should I do here? I wasn't worried about Rhyperior. It was mainly the Mega Aerodactyl was the problem. So I'm just continuing to stall out this Rhyperior head. This was a pretty long part on the battle here. Like a normal set, I would have probably taken it out ages ago, but then again, it didn't have Ice Punch there. I well could have been taken out ages ago too. Okay, so here I decided to swap because I knew that I would probably come into a crunch, but I wanted Torterra to be safe, like to the end there, and I know Executor's got Sleep Powder, and I want to put that Mega Aerodactyl to sleep just in case. Okay, I'm going to see how much damage this does. This was a defensive Executor too. As you can see, the damage there was, for a super effective move, should have done a hell of a lot more. I was praying this thing didn't have Mega Horn because this could be a really, really big mistake. Hadn't seen what its other moves were. I'm guessing it had like, it would definitely have to have Earthquake, Stone Edge, Stone Crunch. Wasn't sure what the other move was. Could be Rock Polish or something. Rock Polish is quite common on Rhyperior there. It's definitely not the weakness policy set because we've seen leftovers. Okay, so I show you that I've actually got Protect on this set. I hadn't actually revealed that before. A lot of my Pokemon actually, three of my Pokemon actually have Protect there with the Leech Seed. Okay, so I'm thinking, well, I don't have any like healing on this at all. It's mainly through Citrus Berry and Leech Seed. So I've got Psyshock on this instead of Psychic because I like to hit like defensively instead. Okay, so Crunch is going to do fair whack to me again. I've got the Citrus Berry. I'm going to get it back and take the Rhyperior out. Okay, that's pretty good so far. So down goes the Rhyperior. That's good. Okay, now it's to the part, unnecessary period. It's to the part where I thought, what should I do here? I'm going to have to put this Aerodactyl to sleep. So I decided here to go for Sleep Powder. And I was thinking, well, I should just be able to take this very, very badly. And I do on 19 health. Man, that was close. I get really scared with Aero Ace animation because your health goes down so fast. It's like Aura Sphere as well. Okay, so the Mega Aerodactyl is asleep. This is good. This is very good. So I harvest back my berry, my Citrus Berry. I could have made my Trevenant Citrus Berry harvest as well, but man, the battle would have taken so long. This took 30 or 40 turns, 35 to 40 turns already. So I'm going to Psyshock here. I'm not playing around. I just want to get some damage and take this thing out and win the battle. It just lives on like a tiny little bit of health, wakes up, and that's going to be able to take me out with arrows. I'm like, oh shit. Okay, so down to my last Pokemon now, which is my Torterra. So I've already taken damage. I'm going to take incoming Stealth Rock damage too. Though I do have Protect, so I can get an extra round of leftovers. I stupidly didn't go for a Protect, and Air Raid just misses out on taking me out. I got a bit cocky there, and the only move I had to hit it with was Leech Seed, and I was like, oh my god, do not miss, and it didn't miss. So I was like, yeah, put shades on. But man, that was a really, really close battle. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. As I said before, if you've got any theme teams, make sure you leave them below. This was a really, really fun team to do as well. Okay, that's about it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one. Peace out.